This reading is going to be on the whole Cassie and Diddy drama mess. Truths coming to light, accusations, everything. We name it. It's going to be, I'm sure, a very long one because I am going to go into details about everything. So just get situated and let's just hope into this reading because it's a lot to actually like go through and get into, and the least we can do is like go into it while we are still being able to. I always shy away from doing readings about that man because his energy is so dark, super nasty, very very draining, and again very dark because the shit that he dabbles into is wild, to be honest. A lot of magic, a lot of darkness in it, a lot of like not an energy a vampire type of thing, but he definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to all the ritualistic shit that he does, all the magical shit that he does. But of course, let's just start by saying that everything is just for entertainment purposes only and just alleged, and tarot is not real. It's just a divination tool that we do for our noisiness and just fun, basically. So we can just so I won't say that like afterwards, but yeah. Um, I grabbed the wrong deck, chat. It's not even for this one yet. It's not even the turn of this one. I'm just gonna go with another one first. But as I was saying, that this man's energy is very like he's a very dark man. Each time he's always doing some sneaky shady shit. Like each single time I hope into his energy and everything to the point I was just like I'm not even gonna keep like doing this. I would just always read generally about him whenever he's popping up and whatnot. But I won't just willingly do so. But this whole thing, I've done multiple readings on him before, but before I decided to stop, everything was just always, always dark around him. He's always doing something. He's always doing something with people's bodies, always doing something against people's wills, always doing something that's, is making people believe that he's promising them like a fucking Hollywood star. Like I don't know, like one of those famous boulevards or whatever. Like he's always just, oh, I'm going to get you there. I'm going to, like put you out there, like put you on the map. I'm always going to do this and this and that. He's always just finding the next prey, the next victim. Always just having something to do with everything that is malicious and that has an ill intent at times. Like he's always been this or been like this since the time he showed up. Like everything was just so like so done in the dark, and everything was just done in such a conniving, cunning way that not everybody just really like has a lot to say. But a lot more is going to be exposed, and a lot more is going to be talked about. This is just the beginning of whatever is there waiting for him. I'm hearing like his downfall. I sure do hope that, the billions that he summed up would be coming to use right now for him. But as in for him and Cassie, first of all, I really wish her well. I really wish her a lot of healing energy. I know it can be hard to just, like talk about a lot of stuff that has triggered you and everything. But now, it is said that they settled for an agreement of like 30 million dollars and everything. And yeah, basically, well, I wouldn't say that everything is canceled, but a lot of that stuff is going to be dropped. But all those documents and everything that has been going viral and that has been displayed out there in the courts and just online and whatnot has been crazy. Like I'm talking about abuse, sexual assaults, drugs, uh beating up, beating people up, beating her up, beating other people up, also like threatening to kill other people, drugging her, abusing her physically, emotionally, mentally as well. always making her feel super dizzy when it comes to, like her mental state and her health and whatnot. Recording her, like literally making other people just like take turns on her, and then like recording them and just literally like jerking off to that shit. He's a sick individual all around, and I hope that this is just only the beginning of everything that is going to be happening for him. But yeah, all the accusations and everything, I do believe that there is truth to them. I wholeheartedly believe so because he just looks like he can do so. And speaking from my readings and from the energies that he definitely, like portrays and that we read on and everything, yeah, he's as sick as he comes, or like as sick as people just gossip about or like talk about. So there is that too. So yeah, I talked a lot right now, but I'm literally like I was like I just knew it, and I hope that she'll get to do whatever it is to kind of like protect herself from him, because if this was going to keep going on with her, she was going to like have the same misfortunate fate that his ex, I think, has had, or his ex-wife, his ex, something, that Kim had. So yeah, we're going to start. But I have like 10 questions, but I do believe that I might just like sum them up all together, depending on whatever I want to do. Because like when I put questions out, I just know what I'm doing. But I do a separate reading on him. Oh, child, we gotta pray for me because if I do that, it's gonna be dark. But I'm gonna do it to see like what is the real tea about certain situations and whatnot. But yeah, we're going to go with a general energy as a friend now. The current general energy that is going on between both of them and just around the whole fiasco. Okay, so let's see. Let me just put the book next to me. Um, can we get what is going on? Okay. Um, okay, there is a lot of reckless energy first. I ain't even like shuffle fully yet. I've been shuffling, but I haven't even asked the question yet. But we're gonna see. What is the current energy between Diddy and Cassie? There's a lot of cards falling. He's a Scorpio. She's a Virgo. She shares the same birthday as Vicky Palmer. I've seen tweets yesterday, kind of like putting them, uh, like next to one another, saying that oh, they didn't even say anything, but just look at that, like her and Kiki Palmer like sharing the same birthday and everything, and ironically enough, both of them kind of like speaking of her around the same time and whatnot. But it's, I wouldn't like, I wouldn't say much about it to be honest right now because that's not what I'm looking for right now. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave that one for another day because this one is going to be solely just focused on Cassie and Diddy. I might sneak the Carisha thing too on there. So yeah, let's see. So the first things about their energies, or like the energies surrounding all this, is there is a lot of recklessness on here. Lots of just feeling like this is something that was not expected. Feeling taken aback that finally she's having the guts to just like speak up about all this. There's even that feeling of just like feeling betrayed. Like I did not think that like she actually has the audacity to just do this, or like feel like I say a lot. I noticed that, but feeling like this isn't something that was expected from her. So feeling like she kind of like sneaked up on this, or like sneaked one. She won up. She basically like went up on him, as in like she won this round by just speaking up and by doing all this in secret. Like this wasn't something that we agreed on, or like this wasn't something that was already in the making. From his energy. Oh my god! See, I just said this and his energy just popped up. Feel like everything is just kind of like getting out of control. Like every little secret is just being finally like spilled out, and this creates a lot of excessive imbalance in there. Like, see, Magic too in reverse. Manipulations, lies. It's always going to be like this is all love. I wish her nothing but good vibes, or like all love. I wish her love. I wish nothing but peace surrounding her. And I love her and her family and everything. He's just going to lie his ass out of here, and out of this whole situation, and just lie about everything that took place, or just say that it's not true, and just manipulates every truth that is out there, and feeling like, I'm so sorry about the noise. There's like some construction going around. But yeah, this all has been making the news for the last 2 days. Everybody has been gossiping about this. Everybody has been talking about this. So this is just, he feels like this is kind of like bad press for him, and people are just going to be talking more and more and more. Like, this is a negative, bad cycle that is going on. This year isn't his full year. Like, he thought that he was going to, just keep getting awarded and keep, being recognized, and people just basically wishing him well and all that. But the whole thing just kind of like got reversed on him, and everything just turned upside down for him so quick that he just got whiplash. Like, he was not expecting that at all. Yeah, it's kind of like his reality check. See, a lot of arguments, a lot of tension there too, feeling like this isn't something um that was expected to happen, because why, um like, is this happening now, or like, why is this taking place? Then finally kind of like reaching out to her to kind of like settle this down, or just like have an agreement, like, let's agree on something that is beneficial for both of us, even though this has been a triggering experience, and this has been an eye-opening experience, or an eye-opener for many people around him, that's kind of like just are seeing this shit for what it truly is, and are seeing the truth of the whole situation, and lots of shit is being unraveled and just like being unmasked. A lot of the lies, a lot of the illusions and everything that he's been putting up there, even like those facades, and even everything that he's been saying or like preaching, he's not he's not all that. And there is a lot more than what meets the eyes when it comes to him. And that's what people are finally kind of like seeing again. Like, her speaking up and her speaking out has definitely felt a little freeing for her. It definitely felt like, I like, if it's any consolation, I'm just gonna do this now, and like, whatever happens, whatever happens, happens. At the same time, even though she felt like this is something that she can finally kind of like start letting go of, he didn't kind of he didn't even delay this, not once, or like not even just by 2 to 3 days. Literally the next following day, well, following day or like 2 days after, he just reached out to her and just kind of basically told her to like shut up, shove it down, and give it up. Because this isn't going to benefit him. And saying that, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually like threatened her, or like said something about, your family, her family, basically, offering her to actually give her the money, or like that price, basically buying her silence, and saying something about it, like, okay, let's just move from here. Let's just move forward and not mention all this again. But at the same time now, like, her speaking up and her just kind of putting her case up there and just saying something about it is going to create a type of like not revolution, but a movement or a moment where more people might be feeling finally comfortable or confident to just speak up, or like speak out about it, even if he's still going to try to shut them up and reach out and just basically like tell them to stop all this, and offer them money, and just like basically say that you need to stop, or this is something that we can work on, or a deal can be arranged, something can be arranged, like could be arranged for all this. But he is such a toxic man. There is a lot of toxicity in here. There's something here about sexual stuff also. He's like, he wouldn't mind just taking people out of his way in whatever way that seems or deems comfortable for him, or just deems as good for him. He would like literally do so in a heartbeat. He wouldn't mind just basically like stepping on other people and just like taking them out or taking them away or out of the equation, so he would get what he wants, from his exes to ex-partners or people that he once knew or he had fallen out with. He is, yeah, he's a very ruthless tycoon. He's a very much of a tyrant. He's very reckless and like stubborn. Like he's the one who's always wanted to have control about lots of situations. There is a lot of red hues. Oh my God, red hues. Sorry, a lot of red. Uh, there's something about blood being shed, or oh my God. Okay, so this might start getting like a little too explicit, because once I get to start channeling for real, I get like visions of whatever takes place or like has taken place. You don't have to believe all that shit, so please keep those comments to yourself, and let's call it a day and push forward. Okay, I do not condone people just disrespecting me for what I do out of like love or just fun. Okay. So as I was saying, there's something here about blood, like penetrating a person from behind. He definitely like sodomizes people. I'm gonna say that. Like he definitely does that for sure, because there is that energy of just like doing that shit till people bleed out from there, so he can get whatever he wants for real. There is a lot of shit about violence too. A lot of it's about about just him getting whatever he wants. Rather be it through sexual releases, as in like those sexual orgasms, because it's one of the most empowering manifestation techniques. He knows that though. Shit, it's gonna start getting like heavy out of nowhere. Oh my God, he knows that. He definitely works with people who are who kind of like supervise overall whatever he does or like all that he do. He definitely does that. He definitely triggered a lot of people, and he is responsible for a lot of trauma. Um, he definitely is responsible for traumatizing lots of younger girls or like younger men as well. He doesn't discriminate. Okay, it's not time for those. I'm sorry. I just have a dark humor. But he doesn't, he doesn't let up on anybody. He wouldn't, he wouldn't mind. He doesn't discriminate. He's always been like that. Like he is that type of sick fucking person who would just, like fuck on other people for fun, wants control or just wouldn't mind giving up control to other people, so they would like take turns, or so they would um do something that he wouldn't be able to do to the other person in bed or like in whatever ritualistic shit that he be doing. He wouldn't mind doing so. I do see lots of violence when it comes to that. Leashes, belts, leather, a lot of it's kind of like the BDSM thingies, but it's much more intense. It's much more intense, and it feels much more, well, not intimate, but like much more ritualistic, as in like it has that type of dark edge towards it. Like he would give people shit to drink. So she was right about. I'm not even gonna ask what she writes about the allegations, because I do not. I do believe her. There is truth to all those. Okay. And there is the fact that she knew him, she dated him, and he was a part of her life. And we have seen a lot of shit going on there. I see him telling her to shave her head or urging her to, like do so. He's definitely, yep, he's definitely a very petty and petulant man as well. A very malicious one. He um he uses his knowledge in all the wrong ways and with all the wrong reasons. He doesn't do it in a good way. He only does it in a harmful way that is only beneficial for him, but never beneficial fully to the other person. It's like if she won't say yes, he will make her say yes. There is no place for no. He does not know no. He does not know the meaning of no, and he thinks he can buy anything and everybody, and he can get away with it all. And in a fucked up, sick, twisted way, he is, and he can. Like, if it doesn't, like if she would have said no, she would keep all this up and everything, she was gonna get fucked over. She was gonna get, taken out. No matter what it is, he was going to harm her. He was going to harm her or her family. So he knew at what heartstrings of hers he would be pulling at, and he did just that. You're a mother, and I'm sure you wouldn't want something to happen to your kids or to your husband or to your family altogether. He's a sick man. He's a very sick man. Oh my god, I do not like him. I've never liked him. Uh, I usually do not. I would hope for Carisha to go, but she's a puppet and to him, and she does this shit willingly. So I you know, wouldn't expect her to say something, but I would expect her to stay silent if she knows better. Actually, she's already getting cooked up on social media for saying and like not leaving or whatever. But yeah, as I was saying, he definitely did not expect her to do this. So he saw how she was getting loved on when she spoke up, and he saw how it was getting her um okay, so he saw how it was getting her, or like how uh the responses were towards her, and what were the responses were, and how they varied and whatnot, and how he looked like the bad guy in every single scenario that was out there, and he didn't like that. So yeah, he definitely just went on and just had a talk with her, and since with his money on there, and just played with a lot of her emotions and whatever she held dear for her, or like to her, close to her, and held dear close to her heart and whatever. And he used that and went from there. Like, I would say that they weren't talking, and wait, hold on, let me see the price that flew. Yeah, they weren't like talking about everything, and he was not expecting that, because he thought that it was in the past, it's not going to be talked about, nothing is going to be mentioned, nothing, like she's not going to do anything that's crazy, like everything is cool, everything's under control and all that. But when she did talk about that, oh, he did not expect that shit. He's definitely going to experience some losses, though. Like, he's definitely going to experience some losses, and some of his money might be affected. Some of his deals too. You know, some of his deals might not, be coming into fruition, or he might have to put statements where he would be like, "I'm very deeply saddened or like affected by everything that was said against me and whatnot, and how unfair all those lies are and everything." And he basically would just deny all that shit, or he would just stay silent and keep his comments to himself and not say shit about whatever it is. But everybody does know. Okay, so there is two things here. There is two things. I'm gonna start taking note of whatever I say, because at times, whenever something true like happens or takes place, I'm just like, I know I said so somewhere in a reading, but I do not literally like remember when, because once I finish a reading, it's just like gone. So please keep it up with me, because I do not remember shit. But as I was saying, he was either like straight up just rejects all this, or say that, oh, this is a lie, and he would try to debunk it all and say that nothing is true, and nothing is, taking place or has taken place, and I wish her well, and it's all love. I love Cassie and her family and whatnot. And as I was saying, there's like two ways. There is two ways here about how this is gonna keep going. Either the whole case is gonna be dismissed, the case is going to be dismissed, or maybe taken into consideration the grace, Okay, wait, I'm sorry. Maybe taken into consideration, and some truths, some other truths might be coming out with her document, like with the documents that are put out there, or the case is gonna be, like falling through in the middle, as in like it's gonna be forgotten about because bigger things are going to be, like coming out, and it's not something that's gonna be like oh, I'm hearing in my head this shit that is just coming out is just like light work. He has done a lot more fucked up shit. So yeah, we should be expecting a lot more to come out. He's a sick individual, I swear to God. Like, I'm not even playing right now. But I was saying also like he would either speak up or just like stay silent about it for real until like the whole situation kind of like dies down a little bit. But as I was saying also, he might be losing some brand deals or like brand new ones that he was expecting himself to announce, you know. Something that has to do with alcohol. Does he have I don't know, to be honest, but does he have something to do with all that? With alcohol things? Probably shit, I don't know. Probably he does, because I see that in like the Carisha Police talk show, no? Probably. He's very frustrated. He's very angry. Like he feels like the control is kind of like slipping away from his hands, so he had to like, turn the wheel around and just try to kind of like do damage control at the last minute by just offering her money or trying to settle this down subtly and whatever. Oh wow, like that's crazy to me. They're always doing this, always trying to buy everything with money, always like this. I mean, I'm not surprised. I saw a tweet that said that because Twitter is where everything kind of like goes down for real. But I saw a tweet that said I know a lot of like all of us women know at least one or more than one woman who went through something with an abuser, like who was abused in a certain way or like under certain circumstances, but no man knows an abuser, and that says a lot. Yeah, i'm just I'm just like, I wish he would have like he would have gotten dragged to filth and to court, of course, with everything else. But I do know that he was going to try to pull something with the judges or do something, but it's going to come. Like his son is gonna come. Where he's going to, yeah, where he's going to get cooked, like literally. A lot of shit might not be uh moving forward for him. But as I was gonna say that the public will not kind of like let this one die down, or even if they do, they won't be able to kind of like fully move on from this, and they will try to, like not let him get away with this, and they will keep, coming at him. But at the same time, like if more people speak out and if more truths are going to be revealed, which might happen, you know, slowly but surely, then nobody's gonna help Sean. And it's his name Sean, I think. Calm, no? But nobody's gonna help him. See, yeah, a decision was needed. A decision had to be made on here. Either, keep that fake peace and just, just be silent and not say anything. But yeah, Cassie decided to. I would say that her current marriage definitely did help her in some ways to heal whatever she has encountered with this man, with Diddy. But yeah, as I was saying, also, she chose not to because she knows that I'm hearing me too, me too, me too. I am not from there, but I do know that this means some type of movement, or that this talks about a certain type of movement with stuff like this. But if I'm wrong, then forgive me. I keep hearing me too. She knew that her speaking up might steer not steer but like stir some thoughts and just let other people feel like they're not alone in this, especially the ones that have encountered this man or like have had encounters with him. So she decided to just, say fuck it and decided to come forward and just bring that clarity and bring that truth out there to people so they can hear it and they can hear her and see her. And she would be at least freed a little bit from all that is that she suffered from with him because it took a lot. Yeah. It took a lot from her mental health and it took a lot from her career also. She's such a pretty, beautiful woman to me. Um, but she felt so threatened. She felt so saddened and she felt like she refuses to let this keep being her reality. So she decided to finally speak up and just, it's a cycle that she had to go through, and it's something that she had to shed away in order for her to just reach a little bit of harmony within herself and just at least try to see it differently. And that's what she did. She spoke up, but that was short lived, like, to be honest. At least she spoke up. I mean, shit, I'm not, like, minimizing um this because I know it took a huge toll on her, like decisions, decisions, decisions. She had to do what it was and she felt like giving up, and she refused to find, like back down without a fight, and she put that out there. But at the same time now it's just kind of like, just it didn't she didn't kind of like finish through it, and it's because of him, and it's because she knows what is there at risk for her, and she chose to do just that with that man. But yeah, yeah. Now we're going to, oh my god, now this is where it's gonna get more interesting. Is where I'm gonna start channeling about the real energies that have been taking place there between them for real back then when all the allegations are there and everything. So let's fucking buckle up and just see what the fuck is there. So let's just see what the real energy or glimpses of it were in there. So let's see. Can we get some glimpses of how the real energy was back then between Diddy and Cassie? Between Diddy and Cassie, the real energy back then, it's even down. The real true energy. You know, bad and good, everything. Let's just unveil it all and reveal it all. Let's see. Wow. Wow. It starts off strong. Definitely lots of heartbreak. Definitely lots of heartache. Um, Lots of screams of agony, screams of pain, yelling, feeling like this isn't how it's supposed to be. Somebody who loves you isn't supposed to greet you this way. Oh wow! Like my ear just went deaf on me right now. It's crazy. Not supposed to be speaking about this. Not supposed to be talking about this. You know what's gonna happen if you talk about it. So of course I'm reading based off what I'm getting, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing in my head, and what I am getting with the cards. Okay, so to just like get it straight, I am channeling and I am also reading. So we just know what it is. A lot of brokenness in there. A lot of brokenness, a lot of shattered dreams. Like I can't believe that this is my reality. This is what I am becoming. This is what is happening to me. I can't believe that this is something that I, well, willingly stepped into by bonding myself to this man or by binding us closer. She wanted to get out. She wanted a way out so bad out of this whole But she also knew that if she spoke up back then, everything was going to get fucked over for her, and everything was going to get messed up, and everything was going to get fucked up. She knew that this was not um, something good, and this was not the wisest decision to do. She grew sadder. She grew angrier. She also grew a deep type of hatred towards the circumstances, towards that man in general. She tried and tried to say what's on her mind, to get it out. She tried to work with her fears, but she knew that he was powerful enough to literally rip her a new one, and she knew that he was powerful enough to buy her silence, to buy everybody else's silence. She knew that if she spoke up against him, it was a suicide letter. It was something that was going to destroy her. He was capable of both good and bad things. And he sold her the dream, and he made her see this fantasy of whatever was supposed to happen between them through rose tinted glasses. And she did not expect that to happen. So when everything started happening, everything just started coming at her way too fast and way too strongly. It just felt like it was blowing the fuck over. Like it was not something that was, yeah, it was not something that it was good. Since when sleeping with more than one person while you're in a relationship was good? Since when, forcing your partner to just do a lot of sexual acts with other people, and you standing there between them, or like you filming them, was something good? Since when you brewing all this shit backwards and just doing all of this behind the scenes is something that is positive, or is something that is good? There is a lot of secrets here, and lots of shit that was done in the dark that's coming to the light. There is something here about magic, but as in the one that requires books, the deep rooted ones, something that is powerful and old, and that he is aware of, something that is done with the moonlight, or like when the moonlight is shining through, something that he's doing because he's just like that old man who just knows a lot of dark secrets that's always come in handy. And he always made sure to boost that, and he always made sure to play that power card and play that control card that he had over her. There is drug abuse, there is drug uses, there is something here about making somebody drunk on purpose. There is something here about making people just excessively indulge in something that is not good, and in something that's going to fuck them up. See, the devil. And something that's going to fuck their okay, so there's also smoke. There is something, that's going to fuck their mental health up, or is going to make everything kind of like imbalanced for them, to not, basically stand up straighter, or to say no, to not be able to say no. A lot of foolish and hasty decisions were made. A lot of lust-based actions, as in, sexual acts, not sexual, sexual, yeah, in French, sexual actions that were taking place, and that were happening. A lot that has to do with, something just so dark, so seductive in his head, or like towards him. That's, how he view it. He doesn't see how toxic and how fucked up that shit is, and how consuming to the soul, to the mind, to the heart that is. He just didn't care, as long as he got to make better or bigger decisions for his work, for his empire, for everything that he's doing. He did not give two flying fucks about who is going to be hurting or what is going to be happening. Yeah, he would always propose a drink, always propose a toast, always host parties, always try to be that charming, always try to do something that is, always going to show him as the good guy, as, the soul of the party, somebody who's always a partier and doing the most to make people just view him in this certain light, that's making him look like such a handsome, huge, like businessman and business savvy. He knew what he was doing. but he also was not expecting her to speak up and was not expecting for this to break through. You know, she was young, she was a little naive, and she liked him. She fell for him. She felt she was feeling him at all. But once she wanted to break free from all this, and like gets out and gets away with herself and from all this and far away from all this, he would pull her back in, as in, like, you're not done. We're not done here just yet. So you can't just leave. There's always like some tension there, and there's always her trying to fight it, but at most times she was not even fully present here, so she wouldn't be able to do nothing about it. It's just oblige. And when she would try to, like, resist it and whatnot, um, he would forcefully push himself into her. I am so sorry. He would, forcefully force himself on her, basically. I'm not gonna say those terms, but I did say that it's gonna get, a little too explicit, so, you're warned. You were warned, basically. Yeah, he wouldn't give a fuck. Like, as long as she was just a puppet again. That's just the same she's applied to Carisha. Just the same. I don't know if something similar to this is happening to her. But as I was saying, she's just like a puppet. So she was just a puppet in the game, in his mansion or like in his dream dollhouse. Because he would do that shit to anybody, young or older, or a teenager. He does not differentiate, and he would do that to anybody who is willing to accept it. And even if they're not willing, he would make them willing. He would like spoil people with his money, pamper them with gifts, always proposes something, always he always knew the right timing to do whatever it is to lure those people in. Like, he would always do that to teenagers. Even there were some videos that are kind of like resurfacing again of him just, always making weird comments to the youngins, like Justin Bieber and like other people as well. He wouldn't care. Like, he just knew what he was gonna do, and he was expecting to kind of like keep getting away with it and just running away about it, but he isn't. He's still hoping that he would be able, like, he thought that like she moved on from all this, so when she just did all this and just came forward with all this, he felt trapped. He felt as if he's just like cornered. He's feeling as if like she kind of like trapped him and got him right where a lot of other people are wanting him to be at. And he was like, it's all love, you can't just do that to me now. you know let's see, let's get the other deck to get more on this matter. I'm trying to see which deck should I use. There is one explicit and there is one kind of like mythological. I'm gonna take, I think, the mythological one because it has like some good pictures on there. But let's see. Let's get more on what was the real energy like between Cassie and Diddy. The real energy like between them in the past, back then. Yeah, he would not give a fuck. He would not give a fuck if she was hurting, if she was ganged up on, or if whatever that was taking place physically was hurting her or anything, as long as he was being able to get off of that and jerk off to that and make lots of memories. That's sick. He's calling this shit memories. A lot of those videos or clips kind of like restored for future uses and future purposes that he was making and that he gates keeps. He was set. He was like straight. That was what was mastering to him. Like, even if he was on fire, he would have lots of interesting parties where a lot of shit goes in there, but those are parties that happen in like secluded areas that not everybody is invited to or like more aware of. He does this to here like initiate some type of process for those people and to kind of like launch them. Let's see. Yeah, she would always pray and hope that this would be over with because she was a thing like back then. She was having strong potential to become something much more, but he would always kind of like dim her full potential, or like dim her light, and make her feel like she gotta work harder for it, or like work hard to earn it, or make her feel like she is a machine, or like she is not fully appreciated nor fully loved. So she would just, yeah, so she would just like get her ass up and keep working, because he owns her and she owes him. That's crazy. And she owes him. Yeah. He'd be like, I gave you this and this and that. And she was, in a way, kind of really innocent in most aspects, and more aspects than just one. And he did a lot of shit that really just made her feel thirsty, and made her feel like this isn't, going to end, or like that this isn't something that's going to. She was not having. She was not. She almost gave up. She was not believing that this might be over anytime soon. She would always be there and just feel like she's not catching a break. She's not getting any rest. She's not doing anything good. She wouldn't be feeling proud of herself, because she would feel as if he's just caging her in, or just like imprisoning her in, and just she would feel like a wounded animal because of the way he would treat her. He would never like really treat her with such a human, what's the word? With just like such um respect that she deserved, because he would just step the fuck on everything that just meant something good. She lost herself in the process. It took a lot for her to actually get to where she is now. I mean, she was broken, a broken shell of a woman. And yeah, she felt like giving up was just the solution for her, and felt like nothing was working. She felt broken, like nothing was, helping her at all. Like she literally had to do a huge purging of herself to heal, or to even be able to stand where she is at right now and just find happiness within her. Yeah, he would do a lot of shit at nighttime and under, like dimmed lights, so he would get that type of atmosphere that he would be looking for when it comes to the shit that he would be doing, and nobody would, like, so nobody would get caught, or like nobody would just know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. But now a lot of truths are coming into light, and lots of confessions are being made. And yeah, like that much of like this much of it that we know, a lot more things are going to come out. Like he's just not the man that he paints himself to be. He does not stand for unity. He does not stand for love. He does not stand for whatever he used to be preaching. He does not stand for all that. He is a very conniving person, because this card has a fox. He's very what's the word? Not sneaky, but he's very slick with it. Not everybody's going to be catching on to that, but that dark aura that he gives off and that he gives out. That's what gives it away. He's a very he would always, like make her feel bad about herself. No, like if she struggled or like tried to resist and everything, he would make other people join, just so like she would feel outnumbered, and he would have that type of high and joy of just like making her feel that way, basically making her feel beneath him. you know Foolish of me to think that she meant something to him. That's what I'm hearing. At one time, like she just decided to finally like give up and just give in to whatever it was that he was doing to her, because it just didn't feel like it was gonna end at any time. She was disappointed. He would be such a fucking jealous asshole, too. He would be a very much of a possessive man and way too jealous, and he wouldn't mind stepping behind the wheel and literally running other people through so he would get to whatever he wants. So if it's meant, like basically pushing people away from her that were interested in her or that were worried about her, he would do anything in his willpower to just make them feel like this and to just like drive them away because nobody can just get his toy from him or like snatch her away from him just yet. He was obsessive. He was obsessive and he was possessive and kind of territorial, but all in the wrong ways. He would get super dizzy and hazy because my vision is, whoa, it's dancing in this motherfucker. Like, wow, it's crazy. Yeah, but she was strong. She tried to keep it together. She tried to, like still suck it up and just do whatever it was asked from her because she knew that to survive, she needed to stay alive, and she just needed to kind of turn her emotions off and just try to find a balance and the good in whatever situation that was happening. Like she tried to just do all that to herself, so she would stay like uh being lifted up, lifting her own self up basically. She didn't know how much of a mind fucker that man is until it was too late, until she was too deep in and way too involved. So she knew that like she would always catch him doing something not good. She has lots of evidence that if she actually like puts all of it out, he would be sunken way too deep. Yep. She's literally sitting on so much evidence on him. See, that's crazy. Like, lots of it. She would make a book about that bitch and literally be set for life if she actually chooses to do some shit like that. But she wouldn't. Well, not for now, at least, because she knows how um that wouldn't be beneficial for her or just, whatever she has in mind or that she has achieved in her life. But as I was saying, she always would. I wouldn't be surprised if she literally knows that he would take off people, like take people off literally like their lives and alive them, or has some proof about some shit that he has done that is way too deeply rooted in this shit and that she knows about, but she is choosing not to say anything about it. What I'm hearing is all in due time. There is a lot of manipulations and there is a lot of lies that are going to come to the force center in all this. A lot of a lot of sneaky shit that he has done, a lot of bullying that he has done to people behind the scenes, blackmailing. He's such a narcissistic man. He would always, ask to be kind of like worshipped or just, have full control over other people. So he would just have that power trip, getting high over his power trip. A lot of magic is involved also, lots of rituals again, a lot of people. I would say being sacrificed, but I also would say that a lot of dark shit is done where he would just hurt people so he can stay on top, and he would always keep it on the low, thinking that people are not going to believe whatever was said, or like thinking that it's never gonna get at him, or like people are not going to basically be daring to speak the fuck up, but he doesn't know that karma comes in different ways, and um, it's not gonna get on him. It's karma always gets on whatever people hold dear to them. So kids, money, properties, fashion, career, and whatnot. Yeah, he's just sitting in silence and choosing not to really like say much about it, but just act and do shit behind the scenes instead. So if it's meant that he would just do that with his money and he would do that just by spending a bag or just like dropping a lot of cash in there, he did just that. He didn't think that like she would be capable of doing so. So when she did all this, he just felt threatened and he just felt like shit, like lots of shit that might Okay, with lots of shit that was happening in the past is gonna get dig up and brought right the fuck back in, and he just can't have that. He knows that if that's gonna happen, he's gonna lose his family, he's gonna lose his friends, he's gonna lose his position, he's gonna lose everything, and even the public is just gonna fully turn against him. So he just decided to act and fast. So yeah, that's what he did. So a lot of shit that she had said is true. Most of it is true. From him, almost killing people that were near her, or like threatening them to, stay away, almost just taking their lives, forcing himself on her, forcing other people to just do a lot of the dirty, nasty ass shit to her as he watches and as he films it is true also. Drugging her is also true. Sexually assaulting her is also true. Whenever she resists or whenever she tries to do something, he would do certain shit. Whenever she'd want to leave, he would drag her right back in. He would definitely be violent with her. I'm seeing her face getting smashed to the ground, seeing him kicking her in the ribs, in the belly, fucking up her face. Also holding some medical records is what I'm seeing. Holding some medical records that were hers over her, or just like hiding them. So she like he would be the one hiding them because she doesn't have them. But also the evidence that she has, or like a lot of other shit that she has, if it ever comes out, or if she ever chooses to put all that out, he's gonna be fucked. But not just her, it's lots of shit that's gonna happen again. It's gonna be like very surprising to the people again. Okay. Let's see, what was the oh my god, that's a lot actually. There's a lot of other questions that are here. We're just gonna tap into her energy right now. Cassie. Going to see how this I'm sorry if you can hear the tapping, but I'm trying to see something on my phone. How does she personally feel about all this right now? Her energy, current one, and everything. We're gonna see how is that, you know, going on for her right now. So let's see. How does oh, is it Cassie Ventura? I think that's it. How does Cassie feel about everything that's going on? Can we please get into Cassie's energy? Okay, lots of cards are falling. Okay, let's see. The first one, yeah, broken, shattered. A piece of her feels like everything's kind of like falling apart, but at the same time falling into place. There's the energy of just like I can't believe I decided to settle for this now, that when I was just trying to fight. When I was just starting to finally regain control and just trying to fight all of this, but now everything is just kind of flipped over or switched up. Like all the gears are kind of like switching up right now just because he decided to emerge and show up in the picture now. I mean, shit. I didn't expect him to show up so soon either, but I knew that he would be popping up regardless. But yeah, she is dreading the fact that he just stepped in and flaunted his money and threatened, because nobody can say otherwise, and threatened her, or just did his smug thing and did everything in his willpower to make this vanish or try to make that disappear, even though she took the deal, or even though she took the money, and even though she decided to settle for all this. But people are now still finally waking up, and people are finally starting to see him for who he is. It doesn't matter that like he's going to keep her silence now, or he's trying to hold her tongue back, but she is doing her thing and deciding to finally just speak up about it, even though she feels now insecure and feels rattled that everything isn't going how it should have been going, or like how she had it planned. And now people are just mocking her credibility, or she feels like the people are not fully believing her because of how easily she backed down or just decided to shut up about it all. But they also should know that he's a very much of a he's very much a mastermind in what he does and in how he does it. He knew what he would do, and he brought those news for her as of like, you can be angry all you want, you can, decide to go against me, but is it, is it beneficial? Like, are you gonna win? And even if you're gonna win, at what cost? She knew what he was capable of, but at the same time, she didn't expect it to kind of like happen just like that. Like she kind of like made that all happen and just started all these movements, and basically broke the internet for 2 nights straight and just decided to do all that, and now she's just feeling like everything's kind of like dissolving, and her resolve also is just feeling like everything is just at a standstill point and not knowing um how it really is anymore. Just feeling like, yeah, finally people are just having that type of realization and enlightenment on all of this and on how much I've suffered with that man and everything. But it's just now, everything just kind of like got flipped over so fast. There's definitely lots of she definitely did undergo a lot of shadow work when it came to all of this, so she would be able to finally kind of like speak up about it. But there's also so much built up resentment and toxicity, and just feeling like now everything's just going backwards again. There's definitely disappointment. She definitely feels disappointed, and she definitely is going to kind of like stand on what she said, but at the same time stand down, because now everything is just gonna get messier, or everybody's just gonna be like, why did you speak up, or like, what did you speak up, and now what are you doing, like, why did you do just that? There's really lots of disappointment in here, and just disappointment that she took action and tried to do the right thing and just bless the truth, and he just like, that's something that she had been planning for years, or she had been researching and just doing everything that was supposed to be happening and was supposed to be done to get all of this correctly. But now everything is just kind of like uh going under the drain again, you know? Okay. Definitely feeling hearts broken, definitely feeling heavier, and feeling more hurt, and feeling like everything is just like her position is threatened and not feeling so safe anymore. She, whatever he said, whatever he had told her or said to her, and whatever news he brought upon her, definitely did wrestle her, and definitely did affect her, because now she's overthinking everything and just thinking about all of that is taking place and all of that's happening, because it definitely did shake her fucking world. Like, she was so sure about this, and she was, making all those movements and feeling so touched by the support that she was getting, and by how she was feeling, and by everything that was taking place. And now she just feels so alone, because he reached out to her and they settled down. I'm hearing agreements and arrangements now, because she felt pressured, or she felt as if she had to do this, because she knew that if she wouldn't do this, um, I'm hearing like the penalty or the punishment to this would have been, wow, yeah, um, yeah. She knew that she still wanted a new beginning and a new chance in life, and she still wanted to just keep going and be present in a lot of her people's life and children, yep, and her family and everything else. Even though the past is still going to be haunting her, but she decided to, yeah, still going to be haunting her, and she's decided to kind of like just settle down for now and just agree to disagree, and kind of like trying to keep whatever left of so-called peace or agreement that they have reached for now. Yeah. Now let's see. Um, yeah, as I said, she felt super supported. She felt very much appreciated. You know, like the world is finally seeing the truth. The world is finally realizing whatever it sees, and whatever is taking place. She spoke her truth. She was strict with it and adamant on just doing all this and having hopes that, people are going to see it for what it truly is, and finally just feeling very much supported and feeling strong and feeling like she's making a change and she's finally regaining control over everything. And he just managed to flip all that shit to right the fuck away. Like how worrying and how worrisome all those secrets were, and how nagging as her subconscious this shit is, has been and is for years. And when she finally decided to, take action, he just said right the fuck in. And it just did not go well again. But yeah, let's tap into how he felt with the news and everything. Let's see how he felt about all that and about the news and everything that just um happened. So I don't like tapping into his energy, but I'm gonna still do it because I mean, whatever we fucking saw, I fucking saw everything anyway. But yeah, I mean, glimpses of everything. God forbid if I saw everything, I wouldn't even be saying all this even. Let's see. How does Diddy feel about all this now? He definitely he definitely feels like it's a trap. It's a setup. She wanted to set me up. I can't believe that she's doing all this. He's kind of smug about the fact that he reached an agreement or just tried to balance this whole thing out, and even if it's not spending some money, but he still did what he had to do to just shut her up. He definitely feels threatened, feels like he's endangered, or like some of his well, not always, but like some of his ways are, like being exposed. He definitely feels like the hits are just coming in and just raining down on him and just like pouring down on his ass. Definitely feels disappointed. Definitely feels like people are just going to see a lot more than what he sees in all this. Definitely feels like he's on his own in this one because he doesn't know what he should be doing or saying. He's definitely everything that she had described him as. He is that. He's all that and much more. Let me get this deck actually because this deck is. I keep it for exposing purposes. Yeah, I used to read a lot with this one. On Beyonce and Jay Z, especially Jay. My God, need to do a reading on him too. This is his friend. But yeah, he's definitely he's keeping everything so close to him right now. He's definitely like keeping all that shit close to him. Like he's keeping an eye out on everything that's happening and everything that's taking place, everything that's going in and everything that's going out. He's watching everything, surveying all his surroundings, not trusting anybody, and definitely feeling so disappointed in how everything is turning out. Like I can't believe this bitch is what I'm hearing. He definitely still is sneaky, still is going to be shady. He definitely does everything that she said that he's doing. A very cold and emotionally manipulative man. He definitely that vibe that you get from those older men, or like those older men that are into magic, or like that do a lot of like wizardy type of shit. That is his vibe. Like literally so fucking spot on. Those people that are like in those movies, not like Harry Potter, but the other one. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. The other movie, fuck. I don't know. It's literally like that Harry Potter movie, but like it's longer. About like those little creatures, the dwarves thingies. I can't remember the name now. Damn it. But he's literally like that old man in there who just, is into all this. He's definitely a sassy man. He is a sassy man so bad. Like I'm not even lying. I wish I was lying, but he's literally like from literally looking like this sassy man who would just do anything to kind of like prove a point and prove that they can, or like that they're the one who got it and that they're the one who do grandiose shit. He's definitely feeling the hits. He's definitely feeling heated also by all this. Like he's literally um not, like he's not reassured, even if he's on edge, even if he's like decided to just talk to her or like reach out to her and whatever. He's definitely still on edge because he doesn't know what else might come out, and rightfully so, because I just hope his ass still gets busted in more meanings than one, honestly. Let's see. Diddy. Yep, the tower. See, I don't even need to say much because, yeah. But like the tower, he definitely feels like his whole world is being rocked and literally dragged the grades from under his feet. He definitely has his ears and his eyes to the streets. He definitely listens and sees how everybody is talking. He definitely is listening and seeing and watching how everybody's reacting, how everybody is talking about this whole situation. And he's trying to run checks and run his money to a lot of people. He definitely feels like his boundaries and his secrets are all out, and feels like everything is just being um put out there, and he feels violated. He literally does feel violated. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing this and I'm hearing this with my own ears. Like I've never seen him feel so rattled ever since those sexuality allegations have been coming out, and that has happened like what, a year ago. So that should be saying something. But as I was saying, he definitely feels like people are just literally plotting his downfall, and just feeling like he's not. He's definitely growing a little too suspicious, or like a little extra paranoid. He wishes that he would be able to like maintain control over the whole situation, but he's also into a lot of dark shit, like a lot of dark shit. And his dick got him in half of them, if not most of them, too. Like he knows what he's doing when it comes to a lot of shit like this. He's such a toxic man. Like he knows his way around a lot of shit that has happened through and through. And especially when it comes to just putting the naked people on other people, forcing other people to just do a lot of shit. And he's not, yeah, ain't got no shame, buddy. That's the thing, though. Like, he never was ashamed about all this when he was never caught. But now that he's got caught, he's going to fake that sympathy. And he's going to fake him being concerned and him just being fake hurt about all this. But he's not. He's just scared that this shit might blow up even more, might blow the fuck up. And he just doesn't know what type of measures he's just gonna have to take in the future, because now everything feels like it's all happening all at once for him. You know, like no matter what he does, he's just not he's not happy about all this. Like he's not happy at all, because everything is kind of like being displayed and played out right in front of his own eyes, that he's just sitting there and kind of like watching it all unfold. He's trying to do damage control though, by proposing all that money to her and deciding to settle and everything. But she's definitely gonna get a hit. Well, not a literal one, hopefully, but definitely spiritual one. Like if you're not gonna shut up, I'm gonna shut you up my way. I Oh my god. I hope that he's not gonna do what I'm thinking that he's gonna do. I hope that she stays safe. I hope that she takes the fucking money, because if she's not gonna do this, if she's not gonna shut up, he's definitely not gonna hesitate to take her out. I'm saying this right now. Of course, he does not predict all this, but he's definitely gonna do something that's going to fuck with her destiny, fuck with her morally, and fuck with her emotionally. Like I'm seeing him literally like doing ritualistic shit and definitely working his ass off to just stop a lot of shit from unfolding. But if everything's gonna go against you, and if it's the time for him to get blasted, writes on international television and national television, of course, and international news, then it's the time. Like he cannot do anything but just watch, sit back and watch. But as I was saying, he would definitely do something to fuck with her, and would definitely do something to her in a party or in an event that she would go to. Something. Okay, so I'm seeing fuck. I hope that she'd stay safe. I'm seeing a C. I'm seeing a C. A drink being spiked. Okay. He might off her. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. Like if this shit gets too out of control and everything, he might do something to fuck with her and just call it an unfortunate accident. So she did well by accepting all this. But if he literally puts her in his mind and if he decided to put her in his head, um, he might just do something to her or her friends or somebody she holds dear to her. Like, that's the thing. And just call it a day. That is if this continues on. But he's the type of person who is like petty enough that if he is not able to move on from whatever hurts or harm that you have done for him or like done to him and just crossed him wrong, he's going to make you pay for it by by life or by taking out something that is held closer to you and that is going to make you pay for whatever it is that you have done. Like for I'm hearing like whatever wrong deed you have done to him. He's a very he's a very petty man, a very petulant man. With the clock. Yep. And with a lot of dark energy around him. Ciao. I don't even know if I should be uploading this reading or not. Or not at this point because it's so long going on and it just got really like dark and creepy in a hot second. But I just said I just really hope that she'd be able to well of course live it through, but just like know what she's doing and what she's up against. Knowing what she is up against and what she needs to be taken care of. So yeah. I'm trying to see here. What is the next question? Because the next question here I had was what happened, and we basically know what's happened, but I can just step into more of that. I can definitely tap into more of what has happened or more of what's had taken place after everything, like after shit hit the fan, basically. So I might do just that now. It's a long one either way, so. So let's see what has happened after the news just basically went everywhere. What had happened? Let's see. A lot of disappointments, a lot of feeling like all the hard work of years has just kind of like is going down the drain now with everything that is taking place. A lot of conflicts, a lot of calls were being made also, but that's the truth that was coming out though. Like that was the truth that was being said, and I didn't timestamp this. Oh wow. That was the truth that was taking place and that was being said. I'm gonna just put a timestamp here to just put it because I don't know where I started to talk, but I do know it's around this time. So as I was saying, a lot of calls are being made to make sure that like I'm hearing this right, I'm hearing this correctly. We're not tripping. Are you okay? Calls are being made from both sides to make sure that to make sure that is this true or is this fair? You're finally speaking up. Congratulations. This was something that was supposed to be happening, supposed to be taking place, and this was something that was gonna shatter the news and just go viral worldwide. A lot of like cold sweats, just anxiety, worrying, what the fuck are we gonna do now? Like, should we put a statement? Should we do something? Should we speak up more about this whole thing? Should we just say anything? Should we just pay the blocks? Should we just not make any type of call, any type of movement? um yeah, lots of just feeling like everything is just spiraling out of control and so fast. A lot of toxicity. She was thriving that night, and he was the one suffering. He was the one who was getting his ass handed to him on a gold plate. The public was definitely not fucking with him and not rocking with him. He was definitely experiencing some major losses, also exploring lots of opportunities just being missed, a lot of shit just being lost, and feeling like, oh, I just have to defend myself because my family now is thinking so wrongly of me, and a lot of people are just disappointed in me, and this was just burdening and worrisome. And now, like, the whole thing kind of like just got reversed, and now it just feels like she's the one who's just feeling like I should have known better, or like I should have done better, and now everything is just not going great. But she still felt moved and emotional, and got emotional, and just felt touched by all the love that she has gotten, because for once she was not the one feeling like she was, dealing with all this on her own, or just like laying low in the background. For once, she is sharing what she experienced in the past, and she knew that the old her, or like that old version of her, would have been proud um with the progress that she'd made, and that decision that she had decided to do. But everything just kind of like got reversed when he just finally decided to move, and just put that type of like checkmate type of movements on there. I think no, it's checkmate. This is just not checkers. You cannot check the checkers. That was his energy. Like, he knew what he would do, and he just decided to go from there. But yeah. Now we're going to ask about what did he do to keep her silent, or what did he say to keep her silent? So let's see. How did he buy her silence, or like what did he tell her that made her just like reconsider everything? Even though we already kind of like read on that, or it's kind of already popped up, but it wouldn't hurt to kind of like read on it on its own. But let's see. Oh, cards. Definitely saying that you should know better, or like, is this something that you really want to do? Did you really like see this through, and just decide to do all this knowing what might happen, or like what might be taking place? And he's just, I would hate to say this, but he's just definitely like careless with it. Like, he definitely does not give a fuck what it is, as long as he knows he can just get whatever it is that he wants from here. He just like does it, even if it's meant that he would just drop a, like, not drop, oh my god, what the fuck, he would just like drop a bag, or just like put some money, I'm here a ransom, put some money, write down some checks, and everything else, because he knew that if this ever continues, like, all of his dirty secrets are going to be put out there. All of his dirty laundry is gonna get put out there for the whole world to see, and he just prefers to stay low key with all his business, like, with all his business in check, especially when it comes to whatever he does and however he moves in the industry, which is shady and dark, and definitely striking and sickening. Oh my god, I combined both words. And definitely something that is not for the weak to handle. And even though she's a survivor, he just knows that all of this is just gonna be like much more bad press, and just be a lot of just bad news to him, and bad to his whole brand and business, and like series of shows, or everything else that he has in store. So he just decided to offer something and to kind of like just say stop, just stop all this and just end this whole thing and think that he's just finally like done with it all now that he just put something up in there like, oh yeah, she's not going to be talking about this all again. This is going to set her straight for a while, or like this is going to shut her up for a while. I know what I'm doing. I would say that he definitely still said something to her about, let me see, there's a card that flipped over in here. Yep, he definitely did say something to her about whatever it was that has happened in the past. Made sure that she learns or like knew what he was talking about and that she learned the lesson. Um, just said it's a friendly call. It's a friendly something. I care about you. I wouldn't want you or your family to get hurt or just to just go through all this and everything else. And he repressed all his real intentions, but he made it very clear, like the undertone and everything else. He just made it very sure that they would be able to kind of like move forward from all this, because he would hate to just like, I would hate for this to happen to you and all this to just like take place. So he knew what he offered and he knew what he did, and he just went from there. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm not really like fucking surprised. So I just know he's a stick man through and through. So there is that. Now we're gonna see how did Carisha or how did Miami feel about all this. So we'd go to like what next or what might be popping up more in here, and we could watch for this because this is by far one of the longest readings I've done. I hope it's just watchable still. But let's see. How did Miami feel about all this? Let us see how did Carisha, aka Young Miami, feel about this whole scandal, like this whole mess and just whole confusion. Well, everything just basically being, popped out. She definitely is, like her ass is definitely like on fire because everybody is just coming at her, and kind of like blaming her, saying that like, why aren't you speaking up? Why aren't you saying nothing? Why aren't you saying much? And she's deciding to focus on herself and just sits pretty there because she knows if she ever like speaks up about all this, she's just going to enter a dangerous territory for herself. So she's trying to just like suck it up and just sit through it and sit this one out because it's not her own battle to fight, as cruel as that sounds. She also knows that this is a burden, just like a burden to just be around or just like to speak on. She's also mostly worried about the shit that she talked about with Diddy, aka like like the work business and like the business opportunities and everything else. She also just doesn't want to be involved or like framed in any type of way with all this, but she definitely knows what is going on and she definitely knows how everything moves. She knows of his deals, she knows of everything else. That's definitely a shocker though, like she was not expecting all that. But she's definitely in a regretful energy when it comes to a certain something on here. But let's see, will she speak out though? Will she speak out or like will she say something though? Like, because this is like everything is just feeling like so collapsy, or just feel like it's a stormy time and just like a storm that they need to get through or like get together or get out from. But it would be like wise of her or like wise for her to not actually like speak up or like say something about it all. It would be very wise of her to actually like not say anything and just not speak up about it and just literally like still, I don't know, be by his side if she still want to be by his side and just like stick through it because that's my man, I'm gonna stick beside him. Just sit there and be pretty and just worry about her show and everything else that she be worrying about, because there is definitely some type of frustration in here and just feeling angry about how everything is just being played out and how she's gonna be painted and worried also and angry about the work opportunities again. That's crazy because that's all you're worried about. She's definitely she's definitely bitching about something though, like for sure. But at the same time, she knew how he was, and he kept it real with her, and she be there when he does certain stuff. So it's not like she's new to this, like But at the same time, it definitely just came as a shock to everybody. So it definitely did shock her. Like she didn't know to what extent or like to what length shit was or like shit was going as. So yeah, it definitely did come out as a shock to all of them and her too, which kind of frustrated her and just made her feel like she has to make a decision and whatever it is gonna happen is just gonna happen to her as long as her work is straight. She's so obsessed with materialistic shit and wealth. That's crazy. Like that's the only thing that's blinding her and just making her all she sees is dollar signs. Insane. That's insanity. Like I read on multiple people or like multiple different women, aside from celebrities and whatnot. But to see somebody just being so obsessed with money and just wanting the status, wanting that power, wanting everything, even if it's meant, like wanting it, like on the expense of just like other people's happiness and other people's just miserable like misery and whatnot. That's crazy. Like that's loser behavior, but that's just me to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna see what is going to be next on all this, like this whole fiasco and whatever. And yeah, that's it. So let's just see what's gonna be next in this whole thing, and like this whole mess, and see what else is gonna be popping up. Let's see what is next. Oh my God, a lot more is going to be revealed about this stuff. As I was saying, a lot more is going to be revealed from other women that have been parts of the industry or like part of his circle, you know and they're going to be able to kind of like step forward and just say their piece and kind of like give out the type of missing puzzle pieces and just say their truth when it comes to everything that has been happening and taking place. A lot of people who have been affected by all this, men or women, flings or relationships, just like past people or just past partners and whatnot, are going to be coming forward to say whatever it is that they shared or like have encountered with him, whether be it business wise or like with parties or with deals, whether be it singers. Okay, so I'm seeing singers, actresses. I'm definitely seeing something about a model or somebody he has dealt with before, presenter, DJ, and radio host. Definitely something about this and people from Hollywood in general, and some shit that has to do with, I don't know if he has a record label, but definitely some shit that has to do with this or one of his labels or just like I don't know the word in English, I don't remember it, but some business that he runs basically. Definitely something that has I wouldn't be surprised if there is a movie or there was something that might be canceled or like that might be like delayed or something that we don't even know of just getting postponed or just falling throughout the middle. He's definitely going to feel the hits. Some deals are going to fall throughout the middle or before they even start. Definitely some deals being like deals breakers. Some shit that has like some type of falling out. Also, there is a lot more that's going to be coming to light. A lot more truth, a lot more exposing is gonna happen to him. Exposing to happen. A lot of shit that like people he pissed off or like people that felt angered or like threatened by him. He's definitely going to feel the hits. He's definitely going to feel frustrated. Like if I can just like shut them all up. Everything is just happening now so fast. His pride is definitely gonna take the hits, and he's definitely gonna struggle. A lot is gonna happen. People are gonna be like, Cassie did start something, or like something is gonna prevail. Even if she stopped, she prevailed. I would say that, yeah, he definitely would lose out on lots of money. He would be spending lots of money to do like lots of damage control. He would try to do something kind of like a good thing, a good deed, as in like a campaign to kind of like washing out his name, trying to save his face also. And just do something to make other people kind of like forget about everything that has taken place, or like that has happened. I would definitely say that there is something here that's going to keep him up at night. A lot of shit that has been triggered now. People are going to be like, that's crazy. Who would have thought that this might happen? But he's definitely not going to know like peace for real anytime soon, because he's going to be haunted by all that. Um, yeah, lots of restless energy also here. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, sorry. I thought that I wasn't recording because I'd be like making random noises. But let me see what might be happening for, I'd say, like Cassie. For Cassie now. Let us see. She definitely put, like poured her heart out there and just was vulnerable and just tried to, like speak up for herself, which she did, and everything else just for him to kind of like just kind of like cancel it midway, or just step up or step in midway. But it's simply a rebirth, or like a new era that is out there for her, that feels refreshing for her regardless of the setbacks, which is him, you know but she's definitely gonna learn, how to just differentiate a lot, and how to just like step out of whatever shadow that he puts her in, and shadowy energy that he puts her in, and he just made her suffer in silence. And um but yeah, this is gonna be going for a while. A lot of anger and just like bitterness is gonna come out on there, but I would really like suggest that she would take it slow with him, or just not try anything stupid, because he's just that careless, and he's just that stupid. Like anything that just makes him feel threatened, or makes him feel like he's going to miss out on shit, he just takes it away from the roots. He just like plugs that shit off. So she definitely should be, yep, that's the truth. She definitely should be very careful about how she's going to handle lots of situations that involve him from now on, for her own like sake, and for her better good. But yes, this is a thorough and very detailed reading of the Cassie and Diddy situation. I hope it shone some light on this whole situation and whatever that has been taking place in the past and whatnot. And if you like the reading, everything, if you do like my longer readings, you can find some that are, extremely as detailed on my channel. And if you can please comment and share your thoughts, I would be very, very, very grateful, because I would love to know what people think about certain situations, and just comment and talk to people in general in here. But if not, then that's totally fine too. But yes, this is the Cassie and Diddy tarot reading. I hope it finds everybody well, and bye.